Okay, this is part two. I'm sorry, my browser collapsed on me. So I just decided to make it a two-part series about the war in Ukraine. And pointing out that there's yellow involved in this story, very much so. In fact, if you even look at the map, you'll see the yellow right here in Ukraine. And it's almost reminiscent like of a volcano erupting, which volcanoes are hoaxes. And this war is definitely a hoax. Let's join the Deeva.
To Maria Avdiva. She is the research director for the European Expert Association, which provides analysis of the political, economic, and social and security reforms in Ukraine. And you are in Kharkiv, so I'm glad that you are joining us right now. I'm glad that you are safe. So what can you tell us about this latest information we're hearing about a train station coming under attack?
Hello, thank you for having me. So Russia now intensifies this.
Okay, let's zero in on her name. She's Maria Adiva. Let's forget the A, the, let's just concentrate on Diva. All right? So if you go to the Urban Dictionary, which that's covering sort of slang words, you'll find that it's someone who's involved in a lot of drama, a diva. Now, if you go to diva or D-I-V-A, that word in and of itself comes from a Latin word that means goddess. I'm sorry, my browsers are pretty slow here right now. But the word diva, or if you want to say diva, depends on how you want to pronounce the I as an actual long I, or you want to give it an E sound, like a long E. Diva or diva means goddess. It's derived from Latin as well as Italian, and it means goddess. So they show a little example over here. And I also thought of, I remember growing up, there was a song out, and it was a little bit pornographic in the sense of what it triggered in your mind. It was Lady Godiva riding horseback with no clothing on in England. So you've got a diva, you've got a Lady Godiva or a Lady Godiva, a diva, okay, a goddess who's given you the evil eye. In fact, one of those eyes actually does look like it's a little different. Interesting. Let's go up to the eyes. I didn't even notice that. Okay, on your right, which would be the individual's left eye, notice it's different. I can see the difference. All right, well, let's get back to Maria Diva, who's most likely, once again, just a guy dressed in drag. Bathed in yellow, the color and light of Lucifer.
strikes, and they are deliberately targeting large civilian objects. I myself here in Kharkiv live near the train station, and today in the morning I saw a ballistic missile in this.
I saw ballistic missiles. Well, gee, you've got really good vision. If those suckers are traveling at high speeds, I'm really glad that you saw them. Your eyes are like radar screens, right? And what were you doing? Were you outside in the yard with your binoculars looking at the sky that you just saw missiles?
Above my house, flying somewhere, and then the artillery was this.
Okay, did she finish her sentence about the missiles? No. What did she or he or it do? Went into artillery. Bang, bang, bang.
Shots of artillery, and the shelling was very intense throughout the day. And then these images from Kramatorsk came when
Okay, this big image should convince you that missiles were flying everywhere. What's it look like? It looks like somebody went to the junkyard and got some scrap heaps of junk and set it on a nicely manicured lawn. And they dug by hand a little bit of dirt. Does it really look like an object landed from the sky that might have been traveling 200 miles per hour? That's missiles. Does it really look that way? And look how casual these folks are here. And once again, what's the dominant color? Yellow. Look in the background. The light of Lucifer.
The railway station, more than 30 people were killed and 100 people injured with these bodies lying.
Okay, she's gonna say there's bodies flying everywhere. Now, does it look like those are human bodies and they just threw some tarps over them? Or somebody got some trash, just threw some tarps over it? And do you think folks would want to be near rotting corpses like this, just standing around, breathing in the air? Smells so good here. I just love the smell of a rotting corpse. Come on, look how casual everybody is. They were invited to a filming.
All over the place, people were preparing to evacuate, because what is happening now is that Russia intensifies its aggressive military campaign.
Okay, once again, what's it look like? Does it look like somebody got a pickup truck and brought this thing and just laid it there? Just laid it there, and somebody said, oh, we better dig a little 4 or 5 inch hole to make it look like it crashed. Come on. And notice how they're busy being scientific. Yeah, it's real scientific. And if something like that did fall from the sky, it wouldn't be intact like that. It would be shattered in pieces. Now use your thinking cap.
On the east of Ukraine, in Donbass, and that's why people were advised to evacuate, and that is why many people.
Okay, so once again, there's people just doing a trauma drill. And they have a supervisor. Most likely the supervisor is this dude right here on the right. These people are just following instructions. And most people, when there's a camera around, they stare at the camera. They were told not to look at the camera.
Are at the railway station at this moment. In Kramatorsk, they were in Kharkiv, in other smaller towns and cities on the east of Ukraine. They were trying to get out of there before the Russian military campaign it becomes really aggressive. And at this exact moment, Russian troops hit the railway station full of people with this Tochka-U rocket missile. And this is completely a war crime, because they are deliberately now targeting innocent.
Okay, so now this diva is going to tell you there are war crimes. Back to the Nuremberg trials, the Nuremberg trials. It was all diva drama. The Nuremberg trials, the Nuremberg trials. They were all actors. Now this actor is going to declare there are war crimes. Ooh.
Civilian population.
Yeah, and I think I remember sort of a recent report about train tracks being damaged as well. And as you point out, President Zelensky has warned the people living in the east that Russia will be turning towards the east and intensifying the attacks there, and has asked people to leave as quickly as they can. So I would expect these train stations are packed at this time.
So create chaos and confusion in the population. Let them think everybody's getting bombed with missiles. And now you've got a group of people who believe all this stuff that truly are in panic and truly are in fear. And that helps to enhance the story.
Absolutely, yes. That's what is happening. And I have been to the train station in Kharkiv and saw people getting ready to evacuate several days ago because they have had these warnings, and not only warnings, but the challenge is really intense because Russia is now hitting civilian.
Okay, did you see how they flickered that? It's all fake. Like somehow they're communicating thousands of miles apart. And she's in Ukraine, and the reporters may be in New York, and somehow, some way, their communications were shut down or interrupted. Most likely she's 20 feet away in a studio booth, and they're looking at each other.
Objects more intensively in Kharkiv. Yesterday, the big supermarket, large mall was hit, then the nearby residential area, and many houses are destroyed or completely in rubble. So that means that people don't have a place where to live, and they were advised.
Okay, once again, they just go to an area. It's always been a shabby area, and maybe they do a little controlled demolition to make it look like, oh, there's bombs exploding everywhere and missiles coming out of the sky. Missiles are phony.
To evacuate, and they're doing this, going to the railway station, because before this time, it was considered to be the most safe way.
Okay, now that was not me. Those little sound noises you heard, I did not produce those. There's no device here that did that. That's part of this videotape to try to make you think some strange communication is going on between a CBS studio and Ukraine.
To leave the cities, and now it means that now they don't know what to do, because they when they will be outside, staying somewhere, and there will be more people. It means that Russia will be deliberately targeting this, and it might happen with the hospitals as well, as we have seen that in Mariupol.
Okay, so they're now going into the pathos, which is the emotion aspect. They're going to go bomb hospitals. And every once in a while, when I'm on a browser, and a thing will come up, and ad will come up to donate to the victims of the war in Ukraine. And it's a big money raiser, okay, big. Because many people truly believe that people are getting slaughtered and bombs are going off. But try to keep in mind that that's a diva. Okay? That's a diva. And what's a diva? But a diva is none other than what? Just a street term for drama. It's just drama. That's all. He, she, or it. Reporting. Deeva. Drama. Drama sold to you as reality. So you've got a choice to make, my friend, my listener. Are you going to listen to the diva as the diva goes on with diva stuff? Or do you want to listen to what I'm telling you? Most people want the diva. Very few want what I'm dishing out or what others are dishing out. And once again, I'd like to just sort of quote Dave J., and I'm going to put it in the present tense. In Ukraine, nobody is dying, and nobody is getting hurt. Thank you for watching this video. End of video.